Friday night football, the Green Bay Packers and Philadelphia Eagles are both on the way to Sao Paulo, Brazil for a little international game. And my best bets are on the way. We're going to talk about some player props, who I think wins, overs and unders, and things like that. If you are new, my name is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Appreciate you tuning in. Do me a favor, go down below, hit that subscribe button, and drop a like. Now, I am recording this before Thursday night football goes off between the Ravens and Chiefs. Hopefully our picks did well there, and hopefully we can carry that momentum into this game, which I really like my pick I got coming in just one moment. And normally we would recap how the picks did at the beginning of the video, but I don't know how they did. So, hey, we'll recap it probably on Saturday's edition of videos for Sunday's slate. But without further ado, let's dive in. Parlay Play, a really cool daily fantasy app out there right now, is a free square live for you all. It's for Dak Prescott to get you 1 yard. I know Eagles fans might be watching this and maybe you hate Dak Prescott, but I assure you, he can get you at least 1 yard. And if you sign up using our code COS, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. And you can I have a Parlay Play entry at the end of this video that is pretty solid odds. And you can throw the Dak Prescott free square in there if you want to. I'll probably use it on Sunday though and tweet it out or something like that. But you guys came in for some picks. Let's dive into my favorite play in this game. It is a wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he goes by the name of A.J. Brown. I like his over 5.5 receptions, minus 115 on FanDuel. I went back and forth on receptions or receiving yards for A.J. Brown. Obviously, they kind of go hand in hand. I don't think he gets to the 70-ish line. I think it's 70.5. Without 6 receptions, I think there's plenty of different ways he could get 6 catches and, not get there. So I'll lean with the receptions. I think they're going to force feed him, especially if the Green Bay Packers play the defense that I expect them to play tonight in this Friday evening game. Now, A.J. Brown, obviously, they come into the season with a new offensive coordinator. We'll touch on him in a little bit. But last year, he was pretty solid. 6+ receptions hitting this over in 11 of 17 games. That includes one game in which he played 18% of snaps. Well, I'm here to tell you, if A.J. Brown only plays 18% of snaps, something happened. He probably got injured, and that would be obviously not ideal. Obviously, he should play a lot more than that. So really 11 of 16 in games he was healthy. He was the number 1 wide receiver and option for Jalen Hurts on offense. Now, like I said, they have a new offensive coordinator in Kellen Moore, who used to be the offensive coordinator for the Cowboys. Then he went to the Chargers. Now he's with the Eagles. And if you know something about the Eagles offense last year, 32nd in pre-snap motion. That team was not very creative, and teams kind of started to figure it out by the end of the season, hence why they kind of went on a downturn. That and the offense and the defense wasn't great either at the end of the year. But now they'll have a lot more pre-snap motion. I think that should benefit getting guys open, especially guys like A.J. Brown. They can maybe put him on some motions, get him out the ball in the flats, and let him just get those receptions, rack up the yards after catch, and put pressure on the defense, something A.J. Brown's really good at doing. Also, another thing besides that is last year we saw the Packers ran the 6th most zone coverage in the league. Well, then they let go or lost their defensive coordinator. Now they have a new one. This guy, Jeff Havley, head coach of Boston College last year, who ran the 11th most man coverage in the NCAA. So complete overhaul in what I expect to see. Last year, a ton of zone coverage, which A.J. Brown's really good against zone. He's good in general. We know that. But he's elite against man coverage, which I expect him to see a lot of, especially given that the Packers do have Eric Stokes and Jair Alexander both healthy. Now, some people might be scared of Jair Alexander, but I'm not scared of him. If they want to put one-on-one coverage, I'll take my chances with A.J. Brown, and I'm sure Jalen Hurts will as well. Last year, the reason I really want that man coverage is last year, A.J. Brown, number 1 in the NFL in target rate against man coverage at nearly 35.3%. So when Jalen Hurts saw man-on-man coverage, he was taking his chances with A.J. Brown. While I don't think he takes as many chances that way, I think their offense is more creative this year. I still do think, hey, when push comes to shove, it's 3rd down, 3rd and 8, 3rd and long. You're going to be throwing it probably to A.J. Brown if he's getting man-on-man coverage. You're going to trust that connection there. So I really like A.J. Brown. I like his over in yards too, but I'll just trust him to go over in receptions. We need 6 receptions. I think he can get that job done, and that's who we're going to be rolling with for my favorite play in this game. Now, of course, we need to talk about who I think wins, who I think covers in this game, and obviously the over or under. Now, if I had to pick who I think wins, I do like the Eagles, and if I had to pick the over-under, I lean towards the over. Now, I don't know if I'll personally bet either of these. If you watch my NFL futures video, you do know I have money on the Eagles to win the division. So I don't really want to jinx them week 1 and send them into a loss. I already have some money on them to win the full season, but I do think they win here. I really like their offense, their new offensive scheme. Obviously, they have Saquon Barkley and all the remaining pieces from last year. Their offensive line should still be a top unit, but I also like what they did on defense. Last year, the defensive, especially the secondary, was not great. Sure, they've lost some guys due to retirement like Fletcher Cox, but they brought in a lot of younger cornerbacks. So that's why I lean the over. I think those young cornerbacks like Cooper DeJean, they have a 2nd-year guy, Ringo, and whatnot. I think those guys will still take some time to mesh. I think by the end of the year, this secondary will be a lot better than it is week 1 with Darius Slay and trying to kind of piece together the rest of the rookies and second-year guys. I still do think that the Eagles can win this game. I like their defense more than the Packers defense, and I like their offense a little bit more than the Packers. And if you know, I'm on a Jordan Love under for full season, so I'm not too high on him this season. I'm on his full season under 27.5 passing touchdowns. We'll love him to start off the year with 0. I don't know if that's going to happen. He'll probably throw 4 just to make me have to shake in my boots a little bit. But I really do like the over in this game. I think these are 2 aggressive teams. And I think being aggressive, you get into the red zone, maybe not settling for 3, going for those touchdowns, obviously run out the scoreboard. So I do like the over at 49. But I also think the Eagles win this game. Those are just my 2 leans on the game. Now, as I talked about at the beginning of the video, parlay play, we love them. And they have that Dak Prescott free square for all users. So even if you do use parlay play already, cool. If you don't, make sure you use our code COS. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. So if you go in, you'll get the free square with our code COS. And if you deposit $25, now you got 50. Deposit 50, you got 100. 100, you got 200. Hey, it's free money if you want to take advantage of it. Parlay Play, not an app that I feel like a lot of people out there use. They have a lot of different cool features, and I'll kind of showcase a few of them right here with what I'm rolling with in this game. It is a 3-leg, parlay, if you will. The first leg is Dallas Goedert, more than 25.5 receiving yards. Now, he was one that I really did consider as a regular straight bet. I'm very high on Dallas Goedert this year. I think he's going to be very underrated and might even be useful in fantasy football later on in the season. I don't expect, big weeks, but when some tight ends go down or you have bye weeks, I think he's going to be a good fill-in because I think he's going to be wide open a lot in this offense because I think teams are going to just try to take away the big name guys like Saquon, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Dallas Goedert's just going to be chilling in the flats. He'll pile up the receptions and yards. Very solid player after the catch. Last year he dealt with, I believe it was a broken arm, which was tough, kind of fluke injury. So I like him to have a decent game. I think he gets at least over 25.5. A.J. Brown, more than 5.5 receptions. I already talked about that enough. And then, like I said, other features I love. Josh Jacobs, they have a less than alt line for him, less than 99.5 rushing yards. Like if Josh Jacobs rushes for 100, I'll tip my cap. But I really like this Eagles front. I think they'll be able to do their jobs. Devin White, their secondary or their linebacker, he is out for this game. But I like those 2 Georgia D linemen in there. Jordan Davis. I think they'll be able to hold it down a little bit. Packers will run the football, but I just don't think he drops 100 on me. If he does, then I'll tip my cap to him. But I really don't think he's dropping 100 rushing yards on my head. So I really like that. It's $20, turning like 46-ish. That's about a plus 135-ish, give or take. So not too bad of odds for 2 other alt legs that I really do like and have a good chance of hitting. Plus with my favorite play of the game of A.J. Brown's over in reception. So I'm going to play that on Parlay Play. Reminder, use our code COS or the link in the description. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. In the description down below, there's a bunch of other cool sign-up bonuses. If you want to take advantage of them, you certainly can. Also, since I'm recording this before Thursday Night Football, I have no idea how the ladder challenge went. I'm praying it went well. And if it did go well, we'll probably have another ladder challenge, the same game parlay type thing in this game. So we might have 2 plays. I play every ladder challenge for 1 unit. So hopefully day 1 cash, and we can move to day 2 in this game and cook up something in what I expect to be a pretty high scoring game. Obviously, we'll wait to stay tuned and see how the ladder does. You'll probably know if it hits or not, and then I'll probably be in pain if it does not hit. But I have faith that ladder we will climb to day 2. So stay tuned for that. My name's Austin. I'm signing out. Sign up for Parlay Play using our code COS or sign up for the other things linked down below. And go A.J. Brown in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Should be a good time sweating out some Brazil football. Should be pretty fun. And if you want to go check out, we'll have some college football video live at 12 p.m. Eastern time on Friday. So maybe by the time you watch this, if you want to know our favorite college football picks, I will link it on the screen. I really like my card I'm going to have for that game. I already have it cooked up. Let's have a great day, great Thursday, great Friday, and a great weekend. I'll have some more Sunday NFL videos on the horizon posted on Saturday. See you guys in the next one. Peace.